In this video, we're going to be looking at backing up our ideas with evidence. In reading assessments, there are always questions which require you to find evidence from the text to support your answer. We will need the help of Inference Iggy in this video to explore how we can fully support these answers. Inference Iggy is the clever canine who helps you to pick up ideas from the text that are not always written in the text itself. He encourages you to look for clues to support your ideas, just like a detective. We can use these clues as evidence when writing our answers. Questions that require a longer answer will ask for your opinion on something using a starter like these. What do you think? Explain how you know. Why do you think? According to the text, give reasons why. And what evidence is there that? You can also use the number of marks and the amount of answer lines that you are given to tell how much evidence and explanation is appropriate. If you're given 3 or more lines and the question is worth 2 or more marks, it's likely that you're going to need to make more than 1 point or expand upon your answer with evidence and justification. Imagine we have been asked a question about this text. Using evidence from the text, explain how Anna is feeling about not being allowed to go to the party. Anna came home that afternoon with a beaming smile and a party invitation clutched in her hand. Mum, can I go to Gemma's party this Saturday? She thrust the invitation into her mum's hand with an expectant look. Anna's mum looked down at the invite and tutted. I'm sorry, love, we're going to your grand's this weekend. You'll have to say you can't go. She handed the invitation back to her daughter. But Mum! No, Anna, that's final. Anna froze, her face turned bright red and she clenched her fists before stomping upstairs to her bedroom, where she slammed the door behind her. There are different strategies to use when answering your questions, such as PEE, point, evidence, and explanation. Inference Iggy has a clever way to remember how to structure these answers, which you can use. She encourages you to dig, detect, impression, gather. First, you should detect. This is where we look in the text for any words or phrases where the key words from the question have been mentioned to help us to answer the question. In this case, Anna, party, and any emotions. Using what you have found, you can form an opinion and answer the questions with your impression. For example, I think Anna feels angry and frustrated. Then you should gather the evidence from the text. This should be taken straight from the text. You might even quote words or phrases exactly. You should give as many examples of evidence as you can find that are relevant to your impression. For example, I think Anna feels angry because the text says her face turned bright red and she clenched her fists. She also slammed the door behind her, which are things people might do when they are annoyed. It's much easier when you know how to dig. Now let's have a look at an extract from a letter written by Maggie to her sister Dorothy during the Second World War, and let's have a go at answering a question about it. Dearest Dorothy, well, here I am in a quaint little corner of our England that I never imagined I'd find myself in. I've been posted to Framlingham, which is in a county called Suffolk, apparently. I can't begin to tell you how very different it is from our old streets of Hodge Hill. It's nothing but greenery, Dorothy, as far as the eye can see. Now let's read the question. How familiar do you think Maggie is with the town she has found herself in? Answer as fully as possible, giving evidence from the text. Pause the video here and have a go at writing your answer. Press play when you are ready to go through it. Firstly, we need to look back to the text and see what we can detect that will help us to answer the question. We can look for keywords and read around to formulate our point. From my detecting, I have formed an impression. I don't think Maggie is very familiar with the town. Now we need to gather some evidence. What has made us think that? I don't think Maggie is very familiar with the town because she says that she never imagined she would end up there. She also seems surprised that there is a lot of greenery in Framlingham because she uses exclamation marks. Remember that there is no one right answer to this type of question, and yours may look very different and use other pieces of evidence than your friend's answers. For example, you could have also said that Maggie says apparently when telling Dorothy where the town is, as if she had just found this out and she cannot begin to tell how very different it is from where she usually lives. Well done if you answered that question correctly. Here is another question to help you to practice the dig structure. It is asking you to tick whether you think Maggie is enjoying her life in the countryside and give evidence to support your ideas. Pause the video here and have a go. You may wish to write your answer down on a whiteboard or a piece of paper, or be ready to say your answer out loud. Ready? Let's take a look at the possible answer. Yes, I think that Maggie thinks her life in Framlingham is difficult but enjoyable. In the text, it says that the labour is hard and getting up at 5 a.m. is painfully early. But she also said that she can't complain and that the group of girls are getting on quite pleasantly. This suggests that Maggie is enjoying her time in Framlingham overall, even though there are some challenges for her. How did you do? Did you remember to use dig to help you? Well done if you got all the marks there. Hoo-yah! This last question is asking you to comment on the kind of relationship Maggie has with her sister Dorothy. Pause the video here and take some time to write your answer. Remember to use the dig structure to help you. Press play again when you're ready. I think Maggie has a close relationship with her sister Dorothy because in her letter she misses her terribly and she almost pleads with her to write back when she asks Dorothy to write back, "Won't you?" She even ends the letter with "all my love." If the sisters were not close, they wouldn't miss each other and perhaps wouldn't even write to each other. How did you do? Excellent work if you got that one right. You should have a really good idea of how to structure your answers with evidence from the text using the dig model now. If you're looking for any more English videos just like this one, make sure you head to the Twinkl website to check them out. See you next time.